Chapter 1. The Boy Who Lived. Part 1. A Normal Family. Mr. and Mrs. Dursley live at number 4 Privet Drive. They are very normal people. They do not like strange things. They want a calm life without surprises. Mr. Dursley is the boss of a big company. He is a large, fat man. He has a very short neck and a big mustache. Mrs. Dursley is his wife. She is thin and has blonde hair. Her neck is very long. She uses her long neck to look over the garden fence. She likes to watch her neighbors and talk about them. The Dursleys have a young son. His name is Dudley. They think Dudley is the perfect boy. The Dursleys have everything they want. But they also have a secret. Mrs. Dursley has a sister. Her name is Mrs. Potter. But Mrs. Dursley does not speak to her. She pretends she does not have a sister. This is because Mrs. Potter is not normal. Mrs. Potter and her husband are very strange. They are very different from the Dursleys. The Potters have a son, too. But the Dursleys do not want their son Dudley to play with the Potter boy. Part 2. A Strange Tuesday. One Tuesday morning, the Dursleys wake up. It seems like a normal day. But strange things are about to happen. Mr. Dursley drives to work. Suddenly, he sees something odd. He sees a cat. The cat is looking at a map. Mr. Dursley rubs his eyes. No, he thinks. Cats cannot read maps. Later, he sits in traffic. He sees people in strange clothes. They are wearing long, colorful coats. This must be a new fashion, thinks Mr. Dursley. Young people wear stupid clothes. But then he sees an old man in a green coat. That is not a young person, he thinks angrily. Mr. Dursley gets to his office. He has a normal morning. At lunch, he goes to a bakery. He sees more people in strange clothes. They are whispering happily. Mr. Dursley walks past them. He hears a name. The Potters, yes, that's right. And their son, Harry. Mr. Dursley stops. He is very scared. He runs back to his office. He thinks about his nephew. Is his name Harry? He is not sure. He never sees the boy. He wants to call his wife, but he stops. Mrs. Dursley hates her sister. He decides not to call her. Part 3. The Shooting Stars. At 5 p.m., Mr. Dursley leaves work. Outside the door, he hits a small man. "Sorry," says Mr. Dursley. The small man wears a purple coat. He is not angry. He smiles a big smile. "Don't be sorry," says the man. "Be happy. You know who is gone." Even Muggles like you should celebrate." The man hugs Mr. Dursley and walks away. Mr. Dursley is confused. He does not know the man. And what is a Muggle? Mr. Dursley goes home. He sees the cat again. It sits on his garden wall. "Shoo!" shouts Mr. Dursley. The cat does not move. It gives him a serious look. Mr. Dursley goes inside. He tries to act normal. He eats dinner with his wife and son. Then they watch the news on TV. The news reporter says, "Today is a very strange day. Owls are flying everywhere. Usually, owls sleep in the day. Also, people see shooting stars in the sky." Mr. Dursley sits in his chair. He is frozen with fear. Owls? Shooting stars? Strange people in the street. And the name Potter. He looks at his wife. "Petunia," he says, "did you hear from your sister recently?" Mrs. Dursley looks angry. "No," she says. "Why?" "Oh, just the news," says Mr. Dursley. "Strange things. I thought maybe it is about her group." He waits a moment. "Her son. His name is Harry, right?" "Yes," says Mrs. Dursley. "It is a nasty, common name." "Yes, I agree," says Mr. Dursley. His heart beats fast. He says nothing more. Part 4. The Man in the Street. Late at night, Mr. and Mrs. Dursley go to sleep. Outside, the cat is still on the wall. It waits. It does not move. Suddenly, a man appears on the corner. He is tall, thin, and very old. He has silver hair and a long beard. He wears long robes and glasses. His name is Albus Dumbledore. He sees the cat and smiles. He takes a small silver object from his pocket. He clicks it. Pop! A street light goes out. He clicks it 12 times. Now the street is completely dark. Dumbledore sits next to the cat. "Hello, Professor McGonagall," he says. He looks at the cat. But the cat is gone. Now a woman sits there. She wears glasses and a green cloak. "How did you know it was me?" she asks. "My dear Professor," says Dumbledore, "cats do not sit so still." "I have been here all day," says Professor McGonagall. "The news is everywhere. The Muggles noticed something. Even the Muggles are not stupid." "We must celebrate," says Dumbledore softly. "Voldemort is gone." Part 5. The Boy Who Lived. "Is it true?" asks Professor McGonagall. "Is he really gone?" "It appears so," says Dumbledore. "But the news is sad. He went to the Potter's house. Lily and James Potter are dead." Professor McGonagall starts to cry. "Oh, no. I don't want to believe it." Dumbledore touches her shoulder. "And the boy?" she asks. "They say Voldemort tried to kill little Harry, but he could not. Voldemort's power broke. That is why he is gone." Dumbledore nods. It is true. "How did a baby stop him?" she asks. "We do not know," says Dumbledore. "Why are we here?" asks Professor McGonagall. "Why this place?" "I am bringing Harry here," says Dumbledore. "He will live with his aunt and uncle." "What?" Professor McGonagall. "You cannot. I watched them all day. They are awful people. Harry cannot live here." "It is the best place for him," says Dumbledore. "He will be famous in our world. Every child will know his name. But he is a baby. He should grow up away from that. When he is older, he will understand." Part 6. The Arrival. Suddenly, they hear a low sound. It gets louder. Roar! A huge motorcycle flies down from the sky. It lands on the street. A giant man is riding it. He has wild black hair and a big bushy beard. In his large arms, he holds some blankets. "Hagrid," says Dumbledore, "did you have any problems?" "No, sir," says Hagrid. "The baby fell asleep." Dumbledore and McGonagall look inside the blankets. A baby boy is sleeping. On his forehead, there is a strange cut. It is shaped like a bolt of lightning. "He will have that scar forever," says Dumbledore. "Poor little Harry," whispers Hagrid. He starts to cry. Great tears fall from his eyes. "Shh," says Professor McGonagall. "You will wake the Muggles." Dumbledore takes Harry. He puts the baby on the doorstep of number 4. He puts a letter inside the blankets. "Goodbye, Harry," whispers Hagrid. He wipes his eyes. He gets on his motorcycle and flies into the night. Dumbledore walks to the end of the street. He turns on the lights again. He looks back at the little bundle on the doorstep. "Good luck, Harry," he says. Then he disappears. Harry Potter sleeps on the doorstep. He does not know he is special. He does not know he is famous. He is the boy who lived. Chapter 2. The Vanishing Glass. Part 1. 10 years later. Almost 10 years pass. Dudley is not a baby now. He is a big boy. He is almost 11 years old. In the house there are no photos of Harry Potter, but Harry is still there. One morning Aunt Petunia knocks on the door. "Up! Get up, now!" she screams. Harry wakes up. He tries to remember his dream. It was a good dream. There was a flying motorcycle in it. He thinks, "I have this dream often." "I am awake," says Harry. "Good," says Aunt Petunia. "Cook breakfast, And be careful. Do not burn the food. Today is Dudley's birthday. Everything must be perfect." Harry gets dressed. His room is very small. It is a cupboard under the stairs. It is dark and tiny. Harry is small and thin. He wears Dudley's old clothes. The clothes are very big for him. Harry has black hair and bright green eyes. He wears round glasses. Dudley often breaks Harry's glasses. Harry fixes them with tape. Harry has a scar on his forehead. It is very thin. It looks like a bolt of lightning. Harry likes his scar. He asks Aunt Petunia, "How did I get this scar?" "You got it in the car crash," she says. "The crash killed your parents. Now do not ask questions." That is the first rule in this house. Do not ask questions. Part 2. The Zoo Trip. Harry goes to the kitchen. Dudley is there with his mother and father. Dudley looks like his father, Uncle Vernon. He has a big pink face and a short neck. Aunt Petunia thinks he looks like an angel. Harry thinks he looks like a pig in a wig. Suddenly the phone rings. Aunt Petunia answers it. She listens and looks worried. "Bad news," she says. "Mrs. Fig has a broken leg. She cannot watch Harry today." Dudley looks sad. He pretends to cry. He does not want Harry to come. Uncle Vernon looks angry, but Harry is happy. He asks, "Can I stay here?" "No," says Aunt Petunia. "We must take him to the zoo." "I don't want him to go," cries Dudley. Uncle Vernon looks at Harry. "I am warning you," he says. "Be good at the zoo. Do not do anything strange, or you will stay in your cupboard until next year." "I promise," says Harry. But Uncle Vernon does not believe him. Part 3. The Snake. Harry is happy at the zoo. It is a very good day. After lunch they go to the reptile house. It is cool and dark inside. There are many lizards and snakes. Dudley finds the biggest snake. It is a huge python. It is strong enough to crush a car. But the snake is sleeping. "Make it move!" yells Dudley. Uncle Vernon hits the glass. The snake does not move. "This is boring," says Dudley. He walks away. Harry looks at the snake. He feels sad for it. It is sad to stay behind glass, thinks Harry. Stupid people watch you all day. Suddenly the snake opens its eyes. It looks at Harry. Then the snake winks. Harry looks around. No one is watching. Harry winks back. "I know," says Harry to the snake. "It is annoying." The snake nods its head. "Where are you from?" asks Harry. The snake points its tail at a sign. It says, "Boa Constrictor, Brazil." "Was it nice in Brazil?" asks Harry. The snake points to the sign again. Below Brazil it says, "Born in the zoo." "Oh," says Harry. "You never went to Brazil?" The snake shakes its head. Part 4. The Magic. Suddenly, Dudley sees them. "Mom! Dad!" yells Dudley. "Come here! Look at the snake!" Dudley runs over. He pushes Harry to the floor. Dudley puts his face against the glass. Then, something strange happens. The glass disappears. It is just gone. Dudley falls forward into the tank. The great snake moves out of the tank. It slides onto the floor. People scream and run away. The snake passes Harry. Harry hears a low voice. "Brazil, here I come. Thank you, friend." The snake leaves the building. Part 5. Back home. The family goes home. Dudley is scared. "The snake spoke to Harry," cries Dudley. "I saw it." Uncle Vernon is very angry. He cannot speak. He points at Harry. "Go, cupboard. Stay. No dinner." Harry sits in the dark cupboard. He has lived with the Dursleys for 10 years. It is a miserable life. He does not remember his parents, but sometimes he remembers a bright, green light. He remembers a pain in his head. He thinks, maybe that was the car crash. But he does not understand the green light. Harry is very lonely. He has no friends at school. Everyone is afraid of Dudley, and Dudley hates Harry. But sometimes, strangers wave at Harry in the street. Strange people in long coats. They seem to know him. But when Harry looks at them, they disappear. Harry waits in his cupboard. He wishes for a different life. He wishes someone will come and take him away. Chapter 3. The Letters from No One. Part 1. The New Uniforms. Summer holidays begin. Harry is happy because school is over. Next year, Harry and Dudley will go to different schools. Dudley will go to a private school called Smeltings. Harry will go to a normal school called Stonewall High. One day, Aunt Petunia goes to London. She buys Dudley's new uniform. That evening, Dudley puts on the uniform. He wears a red jacket and orange shorts. He wears a straw hat. He also carries a wooden stick. Uncle Vernon is very proud. Aunt Petunia cries happy tears. Harry tries not to laugh. Dudley looks very funny. The next morning, the kitchen smells bad. "What is that smell?" asks Harry. "It is your new uniform," says Aunt Petunia angrily. She is washing Dudley's old clothes in gray water. She wants to dye them gray for Harry. Harry is sad. He thinks the clothes look terrible. Part 2. The First Letter. Uncle Vernon and Dudley come into the kitchen. They smell the clothes and make a face. Suddenly they hear a sound. Click, flop. The mail arrives. "Get the mail, Dudley," says Uncle Vernon. "Make Harry get it," says Dudley. "Get the mail, Harry," says Uncle Vernon. Harry goes to the door. There are 3 things on the floor. 1. A postcard from a relative. 2. A bill. 3. A letter for Harry. Harry picks it up. His heart beats fast. He has no friends. He has no family who writes to him. Who sent this? The envelope is thick and heavy. The address is written in green ink. It says, Mr. H. Potter, The Cupboard Under the Stairs, 4 Privet Drive. Harry turns the envelope over. There is a purple wax seal. It has a letter H and 4 animals on it: a lion, an eagle, a badger, and a snake. Part 3. No one can read it. Harry goes back to the kitchen. He wants to open the letter. "Dad!" shouts Dudley. "Harry has a letter!" Uncle Vernon takes the letter from Harry. "That is mine," says Harry. "Who would write to you?" asks Uncle Vernon. Vernon reads the address. His face turns red. Then it turns gray. He is scared. "Petunia!" he shouts. Aunt Petunia reads the address. She almost faints. "They know he is here," she whispers. "They know about the cupboard." "I want to read it," shouts Dudley. "I want to read it," shouts Harry. "Get out!" yells Uncle Vernon. He pushes the boys out of the kitchen. Vernon and Petunia talk. They are very scared. They decide to ignore the letter. They do not want Harry to see it. Part 4. More letters. The next day, another letter comes. Mr. H. Potter, the smallest bedroom. Uncle Vernon grabs it first. He burns it. He nails a piece of wood over the mail slot. "No more letters," he says. The next day, Harry wakes up early. He wants to meet the mailman. But Uncle Vernon is sleeping on the floor by the door. Harry steps on his face. Uncle Vernon is angry. 3 letters come that day. Uncle Vernon tears them up. On Saturday, things get crazy. 24 letters get into the house. They are hidden inside the eggs from the milkman. Aunt Petunia is shocked. On Sunday, Uncle Vernon is happy. He sits at breakfast. "No mail on Sundays," he says. "We are safe today." Suddenly something comes down the chimney. 30 or 40 letters fly out of the fireplace. They fly like bullets. The kitchen is full of letters. Uncle Vernon pushes everyone out of the room. "That is it," he says. "We are leaving. Pack your bags. Now!" Part 5. The Journey. They get into the car. They drive for a long time. Uncle Vernon drives and drives. Dudley is crying. He is hungry, and he misses his television. They stop at a dark hotel for the night. The woman at the hotel desk says, "Excuse me, is one of you Mr. Potter? I have a letter for him." She holds up a letter. The address says, Room 17, Railview Hotel. Uncle Vernon grabs the letter. He does not let Harry read it. The next day they drive again. Uncle Vernon looks for a hiding place. He stops near the sea. He points to a big rock in the water. There is a small old house on the rock. "We will go there," says Uncle Vernon. Part 6. The Island. They take a small boat to the rock. A storm is coming. It is cold and raining. The house is horrible. It smells like fish. The wind blows through the walls. There are only 2 rooms. Uncle Vernon and Petunia sleep in one room. Dudley sleeps on a bed in the other room. Harry sleeps on the floor. He has a thin, dirty blanket. Harry cannot sleep. The floor is hard and cold. The storm is very loud. He looks at Dudley's watch. It is almost midnight. Harry remembers something important. Tomorrow is his birthday. He will be 11 years old. Harry counts the seconds. 30 seconds. 20. 10. Happy birthday to me, thinks Harry. 3, 2, 1. Boom! The whole house shakes. Harry sits up. Someone is at the door. Boom! Someone knocks again. They want to come in. Chapter 4. The Keeper of the Keys. Part 1. The Giant. Boom! Someone knocks on the door again. Uncle Vernon runs into the room. He has a rifle in his hands. "Who is there?" he shouts. "I have a gun!" Smash! The door breaks and flies into the room. A giant man stands there. He is very big. He has long hair and a big black beard. His eyes shine like little lights. He walks into the room. His head touches the ceiling. "Can I have a cup of tea?" asks the giant. "It was hard to find you." He looks at Harry. "Hello, Harry," he says. "The last time I saw you, you were a baby. You look like your dad, but you have your mother's eyes." "Leave this house!" yells Uncle Vernon. "Shut up, Dursley," says the giant. He takes the gun from Uncle Vernon. He ties the gun into a knot, like it is rubber. He throws it into the corner. Uncle Vernon makes a small, scared sound. "Happy birthday, Harry," says the giant. "You are 11 today." "Who are you?" asks Harry. "I'm Rubeus Hagrid," says the giant. "I'm the keeper of keys at Hogwarts. You can call me Hagrid. Do you know about Hogwarts?" "No," says Harry. Hagrid looks shocked. He looks angrily at the Dursleys. "You did not tell him?" shouts Hagrid. "You did not tell him about his parents? About his world?" "What world?" asks Harry. Part 2. The Truth. "Stop!" yells Uncle Vernon. "Do not tell him!" "Quiet, Dursley," says Hagrid. He turns to Harry. "Harry, you are a wizard." I am a what? Asks Harry. A wizard, says Hagrid. A very good one, I think. Your parents were wizards too. Hagrid gives Harry a yellow envelope. The address is written in green ink. Mr. H. Potter, The Floor, Hut on the Rock. Harry opens the letter. It says, Dear Mr. Potter, we are happy to say you have a place at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. School starts on September 1st. He will not go, shouts Uncle Vernon. You cannot stop him, you big muggle, says Hagrid. What is a muggle? Asks Harry. A muggle is a person with no magic, explains Hagrid. Like your uncle. Your aunt is a muggle too. We knew, screams Aunt Petunia. My sister was a witch. She came home with pockets full of magic. She turned teacups into rats. My parents loved her, but she was a freak. Then she met that Potter boy. They had you, and then they got blew up, and we got stuck with you. Blew up? Shouts Harry. You said they died in a car crash. A car crash? Roars Hagrid. A car crash kill Lily and James Potter? That is a lie. 3. The Dark Story. Harry, listen, says Hagrid. I must tell you the truth. Your parents did not die in a car crash. They were killed. By who? Asks Harry. By a very bad wizard, says Hagrid. His name was... I don't like to say it. His name was Voldemort. Hagrid shivers. It was dark times, Harry. Voldemort wanted power. He killed many people. 10 years ago, he came to your house. He killed your mom and dad. Then he tried to kill you. Hagrid points at Harry's scar. That is no normal cut. That is a curse. But he could not kill you. The curse broke. Voldemort lost his power and disappeared. You are the boy who lived. You are famous in our world. Harry listens. He remembers a green light. He remembers a cold, cruel laugh. Now you listen, says Uncle Vernon. We took you in. We wanted to stop this magic rubbish. Your parents were weird, and the world is better without them. Hagrid jumps up. He points a pink umbrella at Uncle Vernon. Do not speak about them, he warns. Uncle Vernon stops talking. Part 4. Magic. Harry is confused. I can't be a wizard, he says. I am just Harry. Did you ever make strange things happen when you were angry? Asks Hagrid. Harry thinks. Yes. The hair that grows back quickly. The vanishing glass at the zoo. Harry smiles. Hagrid smiles back. He is not going, says Uncle Vernon again. I will not pay for a crazy old man to teach him magic tricks. Never, shouts Hagrid. Insult Albus Dumbledore in front of me? He swings his umbrella. He points it at Dudley. Flash! Bang! A violet light shoots out. Dudley screams. He holds his bottom. A pig's tail grows through his pants. Uncle Vernon screams. He pulls his family into the other room and locks the door. "Oops," says Hagrid. "I wanted to turn him into a pig, but he is already very like a pig." He looks at Harry. "Don't tell anyone. I am not allowed to do magic. I was expelled from Hogwarts a long time ago, but Dumbledore let me stay as the gamekeeper." "Why were you expelled?" asks Harry. "It is late," says Hagrid. "We have a big day tomorrow." He gives Harry his coat. It is warm and heavy. "Go to sleep, Harry," says Hagrid. "Hogwarts is waiting for you." Chapter 5. Diagon Alley. Part 1. The Bank. Harry wakes up. He hopes it was all a dream, but it is not. He is still in the old house on the rock. Hagrid, the giant, is sleeping on the sofa. Hagrid wakes up. "Good morning, Harry," he says. "We must go to London. We need to buy your school things." Harry feels sad. "I have no money," he says. "Uncle Vernon will not pay." "Don't worry," says Hagrid. "Your parents left you money. It is in Gringotts. That is the wizard bank. Goblins work there." "Goblins?" asks Harry. He is surprised. They leave the rock in the boat. Hagrid uses a little magic to make the boat go fast. They catch a train to London. Harry looks at his letter. He needs many things. 3 black robes, a pointed hat, dragon skin gloves, a winter cloak, a wand, a cauldron, many books about magic. "Can we buy this in London?" asks Harry. "If you know where to go," says Hagrid. Part 2. The Leaky Cauldron. They go to a small, dirty bar called the Leaky Cauldron. It is very dark inside. When Harry enters, everyone stops talking. "Good Lord," says the bartender. "Is it Harry Potter?" The bartender shakes Harry's hand. He has tears in his eyes. "Welcome back, Mr. Potter," he says. Everyone wants to shake Harry's hand. Harry meets a nervous man. "Professor Quirrhappy." "Professor Quirrell," says Hagrid. "He will be your teacher at Hogwarts." Pleased to meet you," stammers Professor Quirrell. He seems very scared. Hagrid leads Harry to the back of the bar. There is a small courtyard with a brick wall. Hagrid taps the wall with his pink umbrella. Click, click, click. The bricks move. A large hole opens in the wall. Behind the wall is a busy street. It is full of strange shops. "Welcome to Diagon Alley," says Hagrid. Part 3. Gringotts. Harry is amazed. He sees shops with owls, broomsticks, and robes. They go to a big white building. It is Gringotts Bank. A goblin stands at the door. He is short and has long fingers. Inside there are hundreds of goblins working. "We need to visit Mr. Harry Potter's safe," says Hagrid. He shows a small gold key. "And I have a letter from Professor Dumbledore," adds Hagrid. "It is about the you-know-what in Vault 713. A goblin named Griphook takes them to the vaults. They ride in a small cart. It goes very fast through dark tunnels. They open Harry's vault. Inside there are piles of gold, silver, and bronze coins. "This is yours," says Hagrid. Harry fills a bag with money. He is rich. Next, they go to Vault 713. It is very secret. The vault is empty, except for a small, dirty package on the floor. Hagrid picks it up and puts it in his pocket. "Don't ask," says Hagrid. "It is secret business for Dumbledore." Part 4. Shopping. They leave the bank. Harry buys his school uniform at Madame Malkin's Robes. In the shop he meets a boy with a pale face. The boy talks about Slytherin and Hufflepuff. He talks about Quidditch. Harry does not understand. He feels stupid. "Hufflepuff and Slytherin are schoolhouses," explains Hagrid later. "Quidditch is a wizard sport. It is like football played on broomsticks." They buy books, a cauldron, and potion ingredients. Then they go to a pet shop. Hagrid buys Harry a present. "Happy birthday, Harry," says Hagrid. It is a beautiful white owl. Harry loves her. Part 5. The Wand. Finally, they go to Ollivander's. This shop sells wands. Mr. Ollivander is an old man with big, pale eyes. "Hello, Harry Potter," he says softly. "I remember your parents. I sold them their wands." He looks at Harry's scar. "I am sorry," he says. "I sold the wand that did that. It was a powerful wand." Harry tries many wands. He waves them, but nothing happens. "Tricky customer," says Mr. Ollivander. Finally, he gives Harry a wand made of holly and phoenix feather. Harry holds it. He feels warmth in his fingers. He waves it. Red and gold sparks fly out like fireworks. "Bravo!" cries Mr. Ollivander. "Very curious," says the old man. "The phoenix who gave the feather for this wand gave one other feather, just one. It is curious that you have this wand, because its brother gave you that scar." Harry shivers. He pays for the wand and leaves. Part 6. Going Home. Hagrid takes Harry to the train station. "You have a ticket to go home to the Dursleys," says Hagrid. Harry is worried. "Everyone thinks I am special," he says. "But I don't know any magic. What if I am bad at it?" "Don't worry," says Hagrid kindly. "You will learn. Be yourself. If you have trouble with your cousin, send me a letter with your owl. She knows where to find me." Harry gets on the train. He watches Hagrid wave. He blinks, and Hagrid is gone. Harry holds his ticket tight. He is ready for Hogwarts. Chapter 6. Platform 9 3/4. Part 1. The Station. Harry spends 1 month with the Dursleys. It is a lonely time. Dudley is scared of Harry. Uncle Vernon and Aunt Petunia ignore him. Harry stays in his room with his new owl. Her name is Hedwig. He counts the days until school starts. On September 1st, Uncle Vernon takes Harry to the train station. They arrive, but Harry is confused. His ticket says Platform 9 3/4. Harry looks around. He sees Platform 9. He sees Platform 10. But there is nothing in the middle. He asks a guard. The guard laughs at him. Harry is scared. The train leaves in 10 minutes. Part 2. The Weasleys. Suddenly, Harry hears a woman talking. "Packed with muggles," she says. Harry looks. He sees a family with red hair, 4 boys and a little girl. They have trunks like Harry. They have an owl, too. Harry follows them. The mother says, "Percy, you go first." The oldest boy walks toward the wall between platforms 9 and 10. He walks fast. Then he disappears. He walks right through the wall. "Fred, you next," says the mother. "I am not Fred, I am George," says one twin. "Can't you tell?" "Sorry, George," says the mother. "Only joking, I am Fred," says the boy. He runs at the wall and vanishes. His twin brother follows him. Harry walks up to the mother. "Excuse me," he says. "How do I do that?" "Hello, dear," she says kindly. "First time at Hogwarts? Ron is new, too." She points to her youngest son. He is tall, thin, and has a long nose. "Just walk straight at the wall," she says. "Don't stop. Don't be scared. You can run if you want." Part 3. The Train. Harry pushes his cart. He runs at the wall. He closes his eyes. No. He opens his eyes. He is on a new platform. A big red train waits there. The sign says, "Hogwarts Express." Harry is happy. He gets on the train. He sits in an empty room. Soon the red-haired boy comes in. "Can I sit here?" asks the boy. "The train is full." "Yes," says Harry. "I am Ron Weasley," says the boy. "I am Harry Potter," says Harry. Ron's eyes go wide. "Are you really? Do you have the scar?" Harry shows him the scar on his forehead. "Wow," says Ron. They talk. Ron explains his family is all wizards. He shows Harry his pet rat, Scabbers. "He is useless," says Ron. "He just sleeps." Harry buys lots of candy from a trolley. He shares it with Ron. They eat chocolate frogs. Part 4. Hermione and Malfoy. A girl opens the door. She has bushy hair. She is already wearing her school robes. "Has anyone seen a toad?" she asks. "A boy named Neville lost one." "No," says Ron. "Oh, are you doing magic?" she asks. She looks at Ron's wand. Ron tries a spell on his rat. It does not work. "That is not a good spell," says the girl. "I tried some simple spells. They all worked. I am Hermione Granger." She talks very fast. She is very smart. "You are Harry Potter," she says to Harry. "I read about you in books." She leaves to find the toad. Later, 3 boys come in. One has a pale face. "I am Malfoy," says the boy. "Draco Malfoy." He looks at Ron and sneers. "My father told me Weasleys have red hair and no money." He turns to Harry. "You should make friends with the right sort of people. I can help you." He holds out his hand. Harry does not take it. "I can choose my own friends, thanks," says Harry. Malfoy gets angry. But Ron's rat bites his friend's finger. The 3 bullies run away. Part 5. Arrival at Hogwarts. The train stops. It is night. It is cold. "First years, over here!" shouts a big voice. It is Hagrid. He holds a bid loan. "Hello, Harry," he says. Hagrid leads the new students to a lake. There are many small boats. "4 people in a boat," says Hagrid. Harry, Ron, Hermione, and Neville get into a boat. The boats move across the black water. Suddenly, they see it. High on a mountain is a huge castle. It has many towers and windows with lights. "Ooh," say all the children. They sail under the castle to a dark harbor. They climb out. Hagrid checks the boats. "Is this your toad?" he asks Neville. "Trevor," shouts Neville happily. Hagrid leads them to a huge oak door. He knocks 3 times. Boom, boom, boom. They have arrived at Hogwarts. Chapter 7. The Sorting Hat. Part 1. The Great Hall. The students arrive at the castle. Hagrid knocks on the big door. Boom, boom, boom. The door opens. A tall woman stands there. She wears green robes. She looks very strict. "Thank you, Hagrid," she says. "I will take them." This is Professor McGonagall. She leads the children into a huge hall. "Welcome to Hogwarts," she says. "Soon you will have the sorting ceremony. You will join a house, Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, or Slytherin. Your house is like your family here. Good behavior wins points. Bad behavior loses points. The best house wins the house cup." Suddenly, ghosts appear. They float through the walls. They are pearly white and see-through. "Hello," says a fat ghost. "Are you new students? I hope you join Hufflepuff." The ghosts float away. Part 2. The ceremony begins. Professor McGonagall leads them into the great hall. It is magical. Thousands of candles float in the air. The ceiling looks like the night sky. There are 4 long tables for the students and 1 table for the teachers. In front of the room there is a stool. On the stool sits an old, dirty hat. Suddenly the hat sings a song. It sings about the 4 houses: brave Gryffindor, loyal Hufflepuff, clever Ravenclaw, and cunning Slytherin. "Just put me on," sings the hat. "Is that all?" asks Ron. "My brother Fred said we had to fight a troll." Professor McGonagall calls names. "Hannah Abbott." A girl puts on the hat. It covers her eyes. "Hufflepuff!" shouts the hat. "Draco Malfoy." The hat barely touches his head. "Slytherin!" shouts the hat. Malfoy looks happy. Part 3. Harry's turn. "Harry Potter!" The room goes silent. Everyone whispers. "Potter? The Harry Potter?" Harry puts on the hat. It is big and dark. A small voice speaks in his ear. Says the hat. "Difficult. You have courage. You have a good mind. You want to prove yourself. Slytherin could help you be great." "Not Slytherin," thinks Harry. "Not Slytherin." "Not Slytherin?" asks the hat. "Are you sure? Well then, Gryffindor!" Harry smiles. He is so happy. The Gryffindor table cheers loudly. He sits next to Ron. Part 4. The Feast. Albus Dumbledore, the headmaster, stands up. He is old and has a long white beard. "Welcome," he says. "Nitwit, blubber, oddment, tweak, thank you." Harry laughs. "Is he mad?" "He is a genius," says Percy, Ron's brother. "But yes, a bit mad." Suddenly food appears on the plates. Roast beef, chicken, potatoes, and more. It is delicious. A ghost talks to them. "I am Sir Nicolas," he says. "I know you," says Ron. "You are nearly Headless Nick." "Yes," says the ghost sadly. He pulls his ear. His head falls sideways. It is only attached by a little bit of skin. Harry looks at the high table. He sees Hagrid. He sees a teacher with a purple turban. That is Professor Quirrell. Next to him is a teacher with black hair and a hooked nose. He looks at Harry. Ouch! Harry feels a sharp pain in his scar. "Who is that?" asks Harry. "That is Professor Snape," says Percy. "He teaches potions." Snape looks away. The pain stops. Part 5. The Warning. After dinner, Dumbledore speaks again. "The forest is forbidden," he says, "and do not go to the third-floor corridor on the right side. If you go there, you might die a painful death." Harry laughs nervously. Dumbledore looks serious. Percy leads the new Gryffindors to their room. They climb many stairs. They walk through secret doors. Finally, they stop at a painting of a fat lady. "Password?" she asks. "Caput Draconis," says Percy. The painting opens like a door. Inside is the Gryffindor common room. It is warm and cozy. Harry finds his bed. He is very tired. He has a strange dream about turbans and green light. But when he wakes up, he forgets it. He is ready for his first day. Chapter 8. The Potions Master. Part 1. Life at School. "Look," whispers a student. "That's Harry Potter." "Did you see the scar?" asks another. Harry is nervous. Everyone talks about him. People stare at him in the halls. Hogwarts is a strange place. There are many stairs. Some stairs move. Some doors are not real doors. They are walls. It is hard to find the classrooms. Even the ghosts are tricky. They appear suddenly and scare people. Argus Filch, the caretaker, is very mean. He has a cat named Mrs. Norris. Filch tries to catch students doing bad things. One day, Harry and Ron get lost. Filch finds them. He wants to punish them. But Professor Quirrell saves them. Harry learns that magic is not just waving a wand. In Transfiguration class, Professor McGonagall is very strict. She turns her desk into a pig. Harry tries to turn a match into a needle. It is hard. Only Hermione can do it. Part 2. The Letter. One morning, owls fly into the Great Hall. It is mail time. Hedwig brings Harry a letter. It is from Hagrid. "Dear Harry, come for tea on Friday. I want to hear about your first week. Hagrid. Harry is happy. He writes back, "Yes, please." Part 3. Potions Class. Harry is not happy about Potions Class. The teacher is Professor Snape. Snape has cold black eyes. He does not like Harry. "You are here to learn how to make magic drinks," says Snape softly. "I can teach you to become famous. I can teach you to stop death." Suddenly he looks at Harry. "Potter," he says, "what do I get if I mix these two roots?" Harry does not know. Hermione raises her hand high. "I don't know, sir," says Harry. Snape smiles a mean smile. "Clearly fame is not everything. Let's try again," says Snape. "Where do you find a bezoar stone?" Harry shakes his head. "I don't know, sir." "What is the difference between these two plants?" asks Snape. Hermione stands up. She knows the answer. "I don't know," says Harry. "But Hermione knows. Why don't you ask her?" The class laughs. Snape is angry. "Sit down, girl," he shouts at Hermione. "For your information, Potter," says Snape, "those roots make a sleeping potion. A bezoar is a stone from a goat's stomach. It saves you from poison. And those two plants are the same." Snape takes points away from Gryffindor. Harry feels terrible. Snape hates him. Part 4. Tea with Hagrid. After class, Harry, Ron, and Hermione visit Hagrid. He lives in a small wooden house near the Forbidden Forest. A big black dog jumps on them. "Down, Fang!" shouts Hagrid. "He is not dangerous. He is a coward." Hagrid makes tea. He gives them rock cakes. The cakes are very hard. "This is Ron," says Harry. "Another Weasley?" asks Hagrid. "I know your brothers. They are always in trouble." They talk about Filch and his cat. Hagrid hates the cat. Harry tells Hagrid about Snape. "Snape hates me," says Harry. "Nonsense," says Hagrid. But he does not look at Harry. He looks away. Part 5. The Mystery. Harry sees a piece of paper on the table. It is a newspaper clipping. Robbery at Gringotts. Someone tried to rob a high-security vault on July 31st. The vault was empty. Harry is surprised. "Hagrid," he says, "July 31st was my birthday. We were at Gringotts that day." Hagrid looks worried. He does not answer. He offers them more tea. Harry thinks hard. Hagrid took a small package from Vault 713 that day. Was the package in the empty vault? Did Hagrid save it from the robbers? And why does Hagrid look so nervous about Snape? Harry has many questions. But Hagrid is not talking. Chapter 9. The Midnight Duel. Part 1. The Flying Lesson. Harry learns that flying lessons are starting. He is nervous. He does not want to look silly in front of Malfoy. Malfoy talks about flying all the time. He says he is an expert. Neville Longbottom is very scared. He has never flown before. Hermione is nervous too. She cannot learn flying from a book. The lesson is on a grassy field. Madam Hooch is the teacher. She has yellow eyes like a hawk. "Stand by your broom," she says. "Say up." "Up!" shouts Harry. His broom jumps into his hand. Hermione's broom just rolls over. Neville's broom does not move. "Now mount your brooms," says Madam Hooch. "When I blow my whistle, kick the ground hard." But Neville is too nervous. He kicks before the whistle. He flies up. 5 meters. 10 meters. He is scared. He falls off his broom. Thud. "Broken wrist," says Madam Hooch. "Everyone stay here. Do not fly. I am taking him to the hospital." Part 2. The Remembrall. Neville dropped a glass ball in the grass. It is his Remembrall. Malfoy picks it up. "Look at this stupid thing," he laughs. "Give it here, Malfoy," says Harry. "I don't think so," says Malfoy. "I will leave it in a tree." Malfoy flies up into the air. He flies well. "Come and get it, Potter." Harry grabs his broom. "No!" shouts Hermione. "You will get in trouble." Harry ignores her. He flies up. It is easy. He loves flying. "Give it to me!" yells Harry. "Catch it if you can." Malfoy throws the ball high in the air. Then he flies down. Harry sees the ball falling. He dives. The wind rushes in his ears. He is very fast. He catches the ball just before it hits the ground. He lands softly. The other students cheer. Part 3. The New Seeker. "Harry Potter!" It is Professor McGonagall. She looks angry. "Follow me," she says. Harry thinks, "I'm expelled. I have to go back to the Dursleys." They go to a classroom. McGonagall calls a boy out. "Wood, I have found you a seeker," she says. Oliver Wood is the captain of the Quidditch team. He looks happy. "He is a natural," says McGonagall. "He caught that ball in a 50-foot dive." "You are on the team, Potter," says Wood. "We will win the cup." Harry is shocked. He is not expelled. He is the youngest seeker in a century. Part 4. The Midnight Duel. At dinner, Malfoy is angry. Harry is not expelled. "I challenge you to a duel," says Malfoy. Tonight. Midnight. Trophy room. Accepted, says Ron. I am his second. Hermione hears them. You cannot go. You will lose points for Gryffindor. Go away, says Ron. At midnight, Harry and Ron sneak out, but Hermione and Neville follow them. I cannot stay here, says Neville. I forgot the password to get back in. So all four go to the trophy room. Malfoy is not there. Suddenly, they hear a voice. Sniff around, my sweet. They are here somewhere. It is Filch and his cat. Malfoy tricked them. He told Filch they would be there. Part 5. The Three-Headed Dog. Run, whispers Harry. They run down a dark corridor. They come to a locked door. We are trapped, says Ron. Move, says Hermione. She points her wand. Alohomora. The door clicks open. They run inside and lock it. They listen. Filch walks past. He does not find them. We are safe, says Harry. Harry, whispers Neville. He is pointing behind them. They turn around. They are not in a room. They are in the forbidden corridor on the 3rd floor. And they are not alone. A giant dog stands there. It fills the whole space, and it has 3 heads. 3 pairs of eyes look at them. 3 mouths drool. The dog growls. Ah! They open the door and run. They run all the way back to the Gryffindor common room. What was that? Asks Ron, shaking with fear. It was standing on a trapdoor, says Hermione. It is guarding something. Harry goes to bed. He thinks about the dog. It is guarding something, he thinks. Maybe the small package from Gringotts? The package Hagrid took? Harry thinks he knows where the package is. Chapter 9½. The Nimbus 2000. Part 1. The Special Delivery. Harry is eating lunch in the Great Hall. Suddenly, many owls fly in. A group of owls carries a long package. They drop it on the table in front of Harry. It is wrapped in brown paper. It looks like a broomstick. There is a letter with it. It says, "Do not open this at the table. It is a Nimbus 2000. I do not want the other students to know. Meet Oliver Wood on the Quidditch field tonight at 7 o'clock. Professor McGonagall." Harry hides the package. He is very excited. Later, in his room, he opens it. "A Nimbus 2000, says Ron. Ron is a little jealous. His broom is old. Harry's broom is beautiful. It is sleek and shiny. It looks very fast. Part 2. The Quidditch Field. At 7 o'clock, Harry runs to the Quidditch stadium. There are hundreds of seats high in the air. At each end of the field, there are 3 tall gold poles. They have hoops at the top. They look like giant bubble wands. Oliver Wood is not there yet. Harry decides to fly. He gets on his broom. He kicks the ground. Whoosh! He flies up. It feels amazing. The wind is in his hair. The broom turns easily. He flies through the hoops. "Hey, Potter, come down!" It is Oliver Wood. He is the captain of the team. He carries a big wooden box. Harry lands on the ground. "You fly very well," says Wood. "Tonight I will teach you the rules of Quidditch." Part 3. The Red Ball. "Quidditch is easy," says Wood. "There are 7 players on a team." He opens the box. Inside there are 4 balls. He takes out a big red ball. It looks like a football. "This is the quaffle," says Wood. 3 players are called chasers. They throw the quaffle to each other. They try to throw it through the hoops. If it goes in, you get 10 points. Like basketball, thinks Harry. "I am the keeper," says Wood. "I fly around the hoops. I stop the other team from scoring." Part 4. The Dangerous Balls. "What are the other balls?" asks Harry. Wood gives Harry a short wooden bat. He shows Harry 2 black balls in the box. They are shaking. They want to get out. "These are bludgers," says Wood. "Stand back." He lets one bludger go. Zoom! The black ball flies straight at Harry's face. Harry swings the bat. Crack! He hits the ball away. The ball flies in a crazy zigzag. Wood catches it and puts it back in the box. It struggles. "Bludgers are mean," says Wood. "They try to knock players off their brooms. 2 players are called beaters. They use bats to hit the bludgers away." "Have bludgers ever killed anyone?" asks Harry nervously. "No," says Wood. "Just some broken noses." Part 5. The Golden Snitch. "Now for the last ball," says Wood. "This is for you." He takes out a tiny gold ball. It has small silver wings. It is very fast. "This is the Golden Snitch," says Wood. "It is the most important ball. It is very hard to see. You are the seeker, Harry. Your job is to catch the snitch. You must find it before the other seeker. If you catch the snitch, the game ends, and your team gets 150 points. "Any questions?" asks Wood. "No," says Harry. Part 6. Practice. "Put the snitch away," says Wood. "It is too dark. We will practice with golf balls." They fly into the air. Wood throws golf balls in every direction. He throws them very hard. Harry flies fast. He catches every single ball. He does not miss one. Wood is very happy. "We will win the Quidditch Cup this year," he shouts. They land on the ground. Harry walks back to the castle. He feels happy. For the first time in his life, he is really good at something. Chapter 10. Halloween. Part 1. The Magic Lesson. Time passes. Harry has been at Hogwarts for 2 months. It feels like home. On Halloween, Professor Flitwick teaches them a new spell. "Today, we will make things fly," he says. The magic words are Wingardium Leviosa, says the tiny teacher. And remember, swish and flick your wand. Harry works with Neville. It is hard. Neville sets his feather on fire. Ron works with Hermione. He is not happy. "Wingardium Leviosa!" shouts Ron. He waves his arms. "Stop," says Hermione. "You are saying it wrong. It is Leviosa, not Leviosa." "You do it then, if you are so smart," says Ron. Hermione rolls up her sleeves. "Wingardium Leviosa!" Her feather flies up. Ron is angry. "She is a nightmare," he tells Harry after class. "No wonder she has no friends." Hermione hears him. She runs away crying. She misses the next classes. Later, Ron hears that Hermione is hiding in the girls' bathroom. He feels bad. Part 2. The Troll. It is the Halloween feast. The great hall is full of food and decorations. Suddenly, Professor Quirrell runs in. "Troll! In the dungeons!" he screams. Then he faints. The students scream. Dumbledore stands up. "Silence!" he shouts. "Prefects, take the students to their dormitories." Harry and Ron follow Percy. Suddenly, Harry stops. "Hermione," he says. "She doesn't know about the troll. She is in the bathroom." They sneak away. They run down a quiet corridor. They see Snape. He is walking quickly toward the 3rd floor. "Why is he not helping?" asks Harry. Then they smell something terrible, like old socks and dirty toilets. They hear heavy footsteps. Thump, thump, thump. A huge monster appears. It is a troll. It is 12 feet tall. It has gray skin and a small head. It holds a giant wooden club. The troll walks into a room. "That is the girls' bathroom," whispers Harry. Part 3. The Fight. They run to the door. Inside, Hermione is screaming. The troll is breaking the sinks. "Confuse it!" yells Harry. He throws a tap at the wall. The troll turns around. It looks stupid and angry. Ron throws a metal pipe. It hits the troll. The troll roars. Harry does something brave and stupid. He jumps on the troll's back. He puts his wand up the troll's nose. The troll howls in pain. It swings its club. It tries to hit Harry. "Do something!" yells Harry. Ron pulls out his wand. He remembers the spell. "Wingardium Leviosa!" he shouts. The giant club flies out of the troll's hand. It goes high in the air. It falls on the troll's head. The troll falls down. The room shakes. Part 4. The Lie. "Is it dead?" asks Hermione. "I think it is just sleeping," says Harry. He pulls his wand out of the troll's nose. It is covered in gray slime. Yuck! Suddenly teachers rush in. Professor McGonagall, Snape, and Quirrell. McGonagall is very angry. "What were you thinking?" she asks. "You could be dead!" Then a small voice speaks. "It was my fault, Professor." It is Hermione. "I went looking for the troll. I thought I could fight it. Harry and Ron saved me." Harry and Ron are shocked. Hermione never lies. "Miss Granger, 5 points from Gryffindor," says McGonagall. "That was very foolish." She turns to the boys. "But you defeated a mountain troll. 5 points to each of you. You were very lucky." They go back to the common room. "Thanks," says Harry to Hermione. "Thanks," says Hermione. From that moment on, they are best friends. You cannot fight a 12-foot mountain torch with someone and not become friends. Chapter 11. Quidditch. Part 1. Snape's Leg. It is November. The weather is cold. Harry is busy. He practices for Quidditch every day. Gryffindor will play Slytherin on Saturday. Harry is friends with Hermione now. She helps him with his homework. But Harry is late with his work for Professor Snape. Harry wants to talk to Snape. He goes to the teacher's room. He knocks. No answer. He opens the door a little. Snape is inside. Filch is there too. Snape has a bloody leg. Filch is helping him. "That thing bit me," says Snape. "How can you watch 3 heads at once?" Harry tries to close the door, but Snape sees him. "Potter!" he shouts. "Get out!" Harry runs away. He tells Ron and Hermione. "The 3-headed dog bit him," says Harry. "Snape tried to pass the dog on Halloween. He wants to steal the thing the dog is guarding." "What is the dog guarding?" asks Ron. "I don't know," says Harry. Part 2. The game begins. The next day is the Quidditch match. The stadium is full. Madam Hooch is the referee. She is very strict. "I want a fair game," she says. She looks at the Slytherin captain. He looks big and mean. "Mount your brooms!" "Treat!" She blows her whistle. The game begins. Angelina Johnson takes the red ball, the quaffle. She is a good chaser, but the Slytherin captain steals it. Oliver Wood, the keeper, stops a goal. Gryffindor takes control. Angelina scores. Gryffindor, 10 points. Slytherin, 0. The crowd cheers. Hagrid arrives in the stands. He has binoculars. He watches Harry. Harry is waiting. He is the seeker. He must find the small golden snitch. He flies high above the game. Part 3. The Snitch. Suddenly, Harry sees something gold. The snitch! He dives. He flies very fast. The Slytherin seeker sees it too. They race. Harry is faster. The snitch is close. Bang! A Slytherin player hits Harry. Harry spins away. He loses the snitch. "Foul!" yells the crowd. Then something strange happens. Harry's broom starts to shake. It moves left and right. It goes up and down. Harry cannot control it. It tries to throw him off. "What is happening?" asks Hagrid. "That is a Nimbus 2000. It should not do that." Part 4. Dark Magic. Hermione grabs Hagrid's binoculars. She looks at the crowd. "It is Snape," she says. She points. Snape is staring at Harry. He is muttering words. He does not blink. "He is cursing the broom," says Hermione. "What do we do?" asks Ron. "Leave it to me," says Hermione. She runs. She pushes Professor Quirrell out of the way. She gets behind Snape. She uses her wand. She sets fire to Snape's robes. Snape jumps up. "Fire!" He stops looking at Harry. The curse breaks. Part 5. The Victory. Harry is back in control. He dives toward the ground. He is going very fast. He hits the grass. He rolls over. He looks sick. He puts his hand over his mouth. Something gold flies out of his mouth. He catches it. "I have the snitch!" shouts Harry. "He swallowed it." The game is over. Gryffindor wins. 150 points plus the score. Part 6. The Secret Name. After the game, Harry, Ron, and Hermione drink tea with Hagrid. "It was Snape," says Ron. "He cursed your broom." "Rubbish," says Hagrid. "Why would Snape do that?" "Because he tried to get past the three-headed dog," says Harry. "The dog bit him." Hagrid drops his teapot. "How do you know about Fluffy?" asks Hagrid. "Fluffy?" asks Harry. "Yeah, he is my dog," says Hagrid. "I lent him to Dumbledore to guard the—" Hagrid stops. "Guard the what?" asks Harry. "I cannot say," says Hagrid. "It is top secret." "Snape is trying to steal it," says Harry. "No!" shouts Hagrid. "Snape is a teacher. He protects the school. Forget the dog. Forget the trapdoor. That is a secret between Dumbledore and Nicolas Flamel." "Aha!" says Harry. "Nicolas Flamel?" Hagrid looks angry. He said too much. Now Harry has a name. Who is Nicolas Flamel? Chapter 12. The Mirror of Erised. Part 1. Christmas. Christmas is coming. Most students go home. Harry stays at Hogwarts. He does not want to go to Privet Drive. He is happy. Ron and Hermione are staying too. They look for information about Nicolas Flamel. They check the library, but they find nothing. The restricted section has books about dark magic. Students need permission to go there. Harry goes anyway. "What are you doing?" asks the librarian. "Nothing," says Harry. He runs away. On Christmas morning, Harry wakes up. He sees a pile of presents at his bed. "Merry Christmas," says Ron. Harry gets a flute from Hagrid. He gets a warm sweater from Ron's mother. Part 2. The Invisibility Cloak. Harry sees one last package. It is small and light. He opens it. A silvery gray cloth falls out. It flows like water. "Wow," says Ron. "That is an invisibility cloak." Harry puts it on. He looks down. His body is gone. He looks in the mirror. He sees only his floating head. He pulls the cloak over his head. Now he is completely invisible. There is a note. "Your father left this with me. Use it well. Merry Christmas." There is no name on the note. Part 3. The Restricted Section. That night Harry cannot sleep. He wants to use the cloak. "I can go anywhere," he thinks. He puts on the cloak. He sneaks out. He goes to the library. It is dark and scary. He goes to the restricted section. He picks a book. He opens it. Ah! The book screams. It is a terrible sound. Harry closes the book and runs. He knocks over his lamp. Filch runs in. "Who is there?" Harry runs past Filch. Filch cannot see him. Part 4. The Mirror. Harry runs down the hall. He hides in an empty classroom. Inside there is a large mirror. It has a gold frame. There are strange words on it. Erised stra eru oit ube cafru oit on wost. Harry looks in the mirror. He sees himself. But he sees other people too. He looks behind him. The room is empty. He looks in the mirror again. A woman stands behind him. She has red hair and green eyes, just like Harry. A man stands next to her. He has messy black hair and glasses, just like Harry. "Mom? Dad?" whispers Harry. They smile at him. Harry sees more people. They all have his nose or his eyes. He is looking at his family. He feels happy and sad. Part 5. The Deepest Desire. Harry tells Ron about the mirror. The next night they go together under the cloak. Harry shows Ron the mirror. "Look, my parents!" Ron looks. "I don't see your parents," says Ron. "I see me." "I am older," says Ron. "I am head boy. I am holding the Quidditch cup." "Does it show the future?" asks Ron. "I don't think so," says Harry. "My parents are dead." The third night, Harry goes back alone. He sits in front of the mirror. He watches his parents. Suddenly, a voice speaks. "So, you are back again, Harry?" Harry jumps. It is Albus Dumbledore. He is sitting on a desk. "I didn't see you, sir," says Harry. "I do not need a cloak to be invisible," says Dumbledore kindly. "You have found the mirror of Erised," says Dumbledore. "It shows us the deepest desire of our hearts." "You want to see your family," says Dumbledore. "Ron wants to be better than his brothers. But this mirror is dangerous. People waste their lives looking at it. It does not show truth." "The mirror will move tomorrow," says Dumbledore. "Do not look for it again. Now, go to bed." Harry leaves the room. He understands. The mirror shows what he wants, but it is not real. Chapter 13. Nicolas Flamel. Part 1. The Chocolate Frog. Harry tries to forget the mirror of Erised. He focuses on Nicolas Flamel, but he cannot find the name in any book. Quidditch practice is hard. Oliver Wood has bad news. "Snape is the referee for the next game," says Wood. Harry is worried. Snape hates him. "Don't play," says Hermione. "Say you are sick." "I must play," says Harry. "There is no other seeker." Neville gives Harry a chocolate frog to cheer him up. Harry opens it. He gets a Dumbledore card. "Look," says Harry. He reads the back of the card. Dumbledore is famous for his work on alchemy with his partner, Nicolas Flamel. "I found him!" shouts Harry. Hermione runs to get a big book. "Here it is," she says. "Nicolas Flamel is the maker of the Philosopher's Stone." "The what?" asks Ron. "It is a magic stone," says Hermione. It turns metal into gold. It makes the elixir of life. It makes you live forever." "That is what Fluffy is guarding," says Harry. "Snape wants the stone for himself." Part 2. The Quidditch Match. The game against Slytherin begins. Dumbledore is watching. "I'm safe," thinks Harry. "Snape won't hurt me in front of Dumbledore." In the stands, Malfoy is being mean. "Gryffindor chooses people they feel sorry for," says Malfoy. "Potter has no parents. The Weasleys have no money. And you, Longbottom, have no brain." Neville is brave. "I have friends," he says. "If brains were gold, you would be poor," laughs Malfoy. Ron gets angry. He jumps on Malfoy. They fight. Neville joins in. Suddenly, Harry dives. He flies very fast. Snape looks scared. Harry flies right past him. He pulls up. He holds his hand high. He has the snitch. The game is over in 5 minutes. A new record. Gryffindor wins. Part 3. The Forest. After the game, Harry sees Snape leaving the castle. He is sneaking into the Forbidden Forest. Harry follows him on his broom. He hides in a tree. Snape meets Professor Quirrell in a clearing. "Why are we here?" stammers Quirrell. "It is private," says Snape coldly. "Have you found a way past the beast yet?" But Severus," says Quirrell. "You don't want me as an enemy, Quirrell," says Snape. "Decide where your loyalty lies." Snape leaves. Quirrell stands there, shaking. Part 4. The Plan. Harry tells Ron and Hermione. "We were right," says Harry. "It is the Philosopher's Stone." Snape is trying to force Quirrell to help him. "Snape needs Quirrell to get past the other protections," says Hermione. "So the stone is safe," says Harry, "as long as Quirrell stands up to Snape." "But Quirrell is scared," says Ron. "He won't last long." They need a plan. Chapter 14. Norbert, the Norwegian Ridgeback. Part 1. Hagrid's Secret. The children are very busy. They cannot talk about the Philosopher's Stone often. However, they notice something strange. Hagrid is acting suspiciously. One evening they see him leaving the library. He hides something behind his back. "Hello, Hagrid," says Harry. "What are you doing?" "Nothing," says Hagrid quickly. He looks worried. "Do not ask questions." Later, the children visit Hagrid's house. The house is very hot. All the curtains are closed. There is a big fire in the fireplace. "Hagrid," says Harry, "we know about the stone. We know about Fluffy. But what other teachers protect it?" Hagrid sighs. "Okay," he says. Professor Sprout, Professor Flitwick, Professor McGonagall, Professor Quirrell, and Professor Snape. Snape? Asks Harry. Yes, says Hagrid. He helps protect the stone. He is not going to steal it. Part 2. The Dragon Egg. Harry looks at the fire. In the middle of the flames, there is a huge black egg. Hagrid, says Hermione, is that a dragon egg? Hagrid looks embarrassed. I won it in a card game, he says. It is a Norwegian Ridgeback. They are very rare. But Hagrid, says Ron, you live in a wooden house. Dragons breathe fire. Hagrid does not listen. He loves the egg. A few days later, Harry gets a note. It is hatching. They run to Hagrid's house. The egg is on the table. It has cracks. Snap! The egg opens. A baby dragon falls onto the table. It is black and looks like a broken umbrella. It has big wings, orange eyes, and a long snout. It sneezes, and sparks fly out. He is beautiful, says Hagrid. I will name him Norbert. Suddenly, Hagrid looks at the window. Someone is watching, he says. Harry looks out. It is a boy with white hair running away. It is Malfoy. He saw the dragon. Part 3. The Plan. Norbert grows very fast. He becomes dangerous. You cannot keep him, says Harry. It is illegal. Harry has an idea. Let's send him to Charlie, Ron's brother. He works with dragons in Romania. They send a letter to Charlie. Charlie answers. Yes, bring the dragon to the tallest tower on Saturday at midnight. My friends will take him. But there is a problem. The dragon bites Ron's hand. His hand swells up and turns green. Ron has to go to the hospital. While Ron is in bed, Malfoy visits the hospital. He hears the plan. Malfoy knows about Saturday night, says Hermione. We have no choice, says Harry. We must move the dragon. Part 4. Saturday Night. It is Saturday night. Harry and Hermione put Norbert in a big wooden crate. They cover the crate, and themselves, with the invisibility cloak. They carry the heavy crate through the castle. It is very hard work. Suddenly they see a light on the stairs. It is Professor McGonagall. She is holding Malfoy by the ear. Detention, she shouts. Walking around at night is forbidden. But Professor, says Malfoy, Harry Potter is coming. He has a dragon. Rubbish, says McGonagall. That is a lie. Go to your room. Harry and Hermione wait in the dark. They are safe. Malfoy is in trouble. Part 5. Caught. Harry and Hermione climb to the top of the tower. They take off the cloak. 4 boys on broomsticks fly down from the sky. They are Charlie's friends. They tie ropes to the crate. "Goodbye, Norbert," says Harry. The boys fly away with the dragon. Harry and Hermione are happy. The dragon is gone. They walk down the stairs. They are smiling. But at the bottom of the stairs, a man is waiting. It is Filch, the caretaker. "Well, well," he whispers, "you are in trouble." Harry looks at Hermione. They left the invisibility cloak at the top of the tower. They are caught. Chapter 15. The Forbidden Forest. Part 1. Detention. Filch takes the children to Professor McGonagall. She is very angry. "You are out of bed at night," she shouts. "This is very serious. 50 points from Gryffindor for each of you." Harry, Hermione, and Neville lose 150 points. The next day, everyone hates Harry. Gryffindor is in last place. Harry decides to be good. He studies hard. Then they get a letter. "Your detention is tonight at 11 o'clock. Meet Filch." Harry, Hermione, Neville, and Malfoy meet Filch at the castle door. "Follow me," says Filch. He takes them outside to the Forbidden Forest. Hagrid is waiting there. He has his crossbow and his dog, Fang. "We have a job to do," says Hagrid. "Something is hurting the unicorns." "Into the forest?" asks Malfoy. He is scared. "There are monsters in there." "Scared, Malfoy?" asks Hagrid. "Let's go." Part 2. The Blood. They walk into the dark forest. Hagrid stops. He points at the ground. There is a pool of silver liquid. "That is unicorn blood," says Hagrid. "A unicorn is hurt. We must find it." They split up. Hagrid takes Hermione and Neville. Harry and Malfoy go with Fang. Harry and Malfoy walk deep into the forest. It is dark and scary. They see more silver blood on the trees. Suddenly, they hear a noise. Something is moving nearby. "Who is there?" shouts Harry. No answer. They walk into a clearing. On the ground lies a beautiful white unicorn. It is dead. Part 3. The Creature. Harry looks at the unicorn. He feels sad. Suddenly, a dark shadow moves. A figure in a black cloak crawls across the ground. It moves like a snake. It stops at the unicorn. It begins to drink the dead animal's blood. "Ah!" screams Malfoy. He runs away. Fang runs too. Harry is alone. The hooded figure looks up. Its mouth is covered in silver blood. It stands up and moves toward Harry. Harry feels a terrible pain in his head. His scar is burning. He falls to his knees. The figure comes closer. Suddenly, a creature jumps over Harry. It kicks at the hooded figure. The figure runs away. Part 4. The Centaur. Harry looks up. Standing over him is a creature. It has the body of a horse and the top half of a man. It has long white hair. "Are you all right?" asks the centaur. "Yes," says Harry. "Thank you. What was that thing?" "The forest is not safe," says the centaur. "My name is Firenze. Get on my back." Harry climbs on the centaur's back. "Harry Potter," says Firenze, "do you know what unicorn blood does?" "No," says Harry. "It saves you from death," says Firenze. "But it is a cursed life. You drink it only if you are desperate, if you are waiting for something else, something that makes you immortal." Harry understands. The elixir of life! "Who is waiting for the elixir?" asks Firenze. "Voldemort," whispers Harry. Firenze nods. He is here in the forest. Hagrid arrives with the others. "Good luck, Harry Potter," says Firenze. He gallops away. Part 5. The Invisibility Cloak. They go back to the castle. Harry tells Ron and Hermione everything. "Voldemort is in the forest," says Harry. "He is weak. He drinks unicorn blood to stay alive. Snape wants the stone for Voldemort." Ron is terrified. "Do not say his name." "With the stone, Voldemort will be strong again," says Harry. "He will come for me." "Dumbledore will protect you," says Hermione. "Voldemort is afraid of Dumbledore." They go to bed tired and scared. Harry pulls back his sheets. He finds something soft and silvery. It is his invisibility cloak. There is a note, just in case. Chapter 16. Through the Trapdoor. Part 1. The Plan. Harry is worried. His scar hurts. He and his friends go to see Hagrid. "Hagrid," asks Harry, "the man who gave you the egg, did you tell him about Fluffy?" Hagrid thinks. "Maybe," he says. "I said music makes Fluffy sleep." Hagrid looks shocked. "I shouldn't have said that." The children run back to the castle. "We must tell Dumbledore," says Harry. They meet Professor McGonagall. "Professor Dumbledore is gone," she says. "He went to London." "Gone?" shouts Harry. "But Snape will steal the stone tonight." "Nonsense," says McGonagall. "Go to your room." Harry decides to act. "I am going through the trapdoor tonight," he says. Ron and Hermione agree to help. Neville tries to stop them. I cannot let you lose more points, says Neville bravely. Sorry, Neville, says Hermione. Petrificus totalis! Neville freezes and falls over. They put on the invisibility cloak and leave. Part 2. Fluffy. They go to the 3rd floor. The door is open. Snape is already here, whispers Harry. Inside, the 3-headed dog Fluffy is growling. There is a harp on the floor. It is quiet. Harry plays a flute. Fluffy's eyes close. He falls asleep. They open the trapdoor. It is dark below. I will go first, says Harry. He jumps. Part 3. Devil's Snare. Harry lands on something soft. It is a plant. Ron and Hermione jump down too. Suddenly the plant moves. It wraps around their legs. It is Devil's Snare, shouts Hermione. It likes the dark. It hates light. Light a fire, yells Harry. Hermione uses her wand. Blue fire shoots out. The plant lets go. They fall to the floor. Part 4. The Flying Keys. They walk into the next room. It is full of flying birds. They are keys, says Hermione. We need to catch the right key to open the door. There are broomsticks. Harry flies up. He sees a big silver key with a broken wing. He dives and catches it. They open the door. Part 5. Wizard Chess. The next room has a giant chessboard. The pieces are huge statues. We must play to get across, says Ron. Harry, Ron, and Hermione become chess pieces. Ron directs the game. It is dangerous. The pieces smash each other. I must sacrifice myself, says Ron. No, shouts Harry. It is the only way, says Ron. He moves. The White Queen hits him. Ron falls down. Harry wins the game. The door opens. Take care of Ron, Harry tells Hermione. I must go on alone. Part 6. The Last Chamber. Harry walks past a knocked-out troll. It smells terrible. He opens the last door. Someone is standing there. But it is not Snape. It is not Voldemort. It is someone else. Chapter 17. The Man with Two Faces. Part 1. The Truth. Harry walks into the last room. It is not Snape. It is not Voldemort. It is Professor Quirrell. You, says Harry. Yes, says Quirrell. He is not stuttering. But Snape tried to kill me, says Harry. No, says Quirrell. Snape tried to save you. I tried to kill you at the Quidditch match, but Hermione pushed me. Quirrell snaps his fingers. Ropes tie Harry up. "I let the troll in on Halloween," says Quirrell. "I serve a master. I must find the stone." Quirrell looks in the mirror of Erised. It is behind him. "I see the stone," he says. "But where is it?" Part 2. The Voice. A voice comes from Quirrell. "Use the boy." Quirrell unties Harry. "Look in the mirror," he commands. Harry looks. He sees his reflection. The reflection winks. It puts a red stone in its pocket. Harry feels something heavy in his own pocket. It is the stone. "What do you see?" asks Quirrell. "I see myself winning the house cup," lies Harry. "He lies," says the voice. "Let me speak to him." Part 3. The Face. Quirrell takes off his turban. On the back of his head there is another face. It is terrible. It has red eyes and slits for a nose. "Harry Potter," whispers the face. "I am Voldemort." "Give me the stone," says Voldemort. "Join me, or die like your parents." "Never!" shouts Harry. He tries to run. Quirrell grabs him. Harry feels terrible pain in his scar. But Quirrell screams too. He looks at his hands. They are burning. "Kill him!" shouts Voldemort. Harry grabs Quirrell's face. Quirrell screams. He cannot touch Harry's skin. Harry holds on. The pain is bad. Everything goes black. Part 4. The Hospital. Harry wakes up. He is in a hospital bed. Dumbledore is there. He is smiling. "The stone," says Harry. "Quirrell has it." "Relax," says Dumbledore. "Quirrell does not have the stone. I arrived just in time." "But Voldemort?" asks Harry. "He escaped," says Dumbledore. "But the stone is destroyed. Nicolas Flamel and his wife will die, but they are ready." "Why did Quirrell burn?" asks Harry. "Your mother died to save you," says Dumbledore. "Her love left a mark on you. Evil cannot touch you." "And the cloak?" asks Harry. "It was your father's," says Dumbledore. "I gave it to you." Part 5. The End of the Year. Harry goes to the end-of-year feast. The hall is green. Slytherin has won the house cup. Dumbledore stands up. "Slytherin has 472 points," he says. "Gryffindor has 312. But," says Dumbledore, "I have some last points to give. To Ron Weasley for the best chess game, 50 points. The Gryffindors cheer. To Hermione Granger for cool logic in the face of fire, 50 points. To Harry Potter, for pure nerve and courage, 60 points. The points are tied. Gryffindor and Slytherin are equal. And finally, says Dumbledore, it takes courage to stand up to enemies, but more courage to stand up to friends. To Neville Longbottom, 10 points. Gryffindor wins. The hall turns red and gold. Harry is happy. It is the best night of his life. He is not just a boy in a cupboard anymore. He is a wizard. He is a Gryffindor. And he is ready for next year.